Okay, when I make art, I have usually a main purpose, which is just being very intuitive. So I just go with what I go with. My thoughts are still clearing up into things like I want to make a flower, I want to make um, those little white fuzzy things that float around in the air. Can't think of the name of them. That's usually that. Like today, that's what I was wanting to do. So I was playing around with the brushes, and this is like my leftovers that I was like still playing with to try to like play with the brushes because I got all these awesome brushes from my husband for Christmas. But then this is like more my like trying to create something, but then realizing that when I try to create something that I know it's best for me to just go intuitive. I know that the way that I like to mirror my stuff and makes me realize that being intuitive and just going with whatever's happening in that moment, whatever brush I want to use, whatever style I want that color to be with this color. Like I think about it in a very tiny way when I'm doing it. I don't have a, it's so funny. I use a grand picture to understand emotional things. When I'm creative is when I get into my smaller things where I start looking at the little bits and pieces, but they're so bitty. They're not like I'm not trying to visually let you discover something I'm necessarily putting in there. I'm just going, I like this copper with the white. Throw a little bit of this rose gold into it. I like the way the colors all play together. I like to blend them and see what they can, what can happen when you add more colors onto more colors. And I like to add little trails and wisps and see what happens when you mirror those together. Now, what happens when I get super intuitive and I'm just letting it go? These pictures that look like what, right? When I put them into like a mirror on my photographs, it's unbelievable the things that come out of this. Like, as I drew this, I was thinking about a dragon, okay? I was thinking about kind of fishes, all right? I was thinking about different patterns on an animal. I was thinking about a flower. I was thinking about water over here. I didn't think all of that through. I didn't think about putting them all together. I just whipped off my brush onto this page, and as I started to do it, I went, oh yeah, it's kind of like that. Now, when I mirror them together, they don't necessarily look like even that, what I was putting on there. So it's so fun for me because everything ends up coming out with so many different velocities of interest, I guess, for me, and so many different mannerisms to view it in depending on who you are, just like life, right? Everybody's got their own perspective on how they see something, and art is no different. And to me, the more intuitive I am with it, the more you can grasp out of it and it becomes for everybody, even though most people probably look at some of my stuff and go, eh? And that's all right because they're their own stories, but they're your story. They're your story. That's what art is. You're creating your own story when you're looking at it. I can tell you what something's supposed to mean or what I meant, but at the end of the day, like your eyes make the vision, and your vision is created by what it is that you put together in your life, experiences you've gone through, the good, the bad, the ugly, literally every little color you put together into life to make something as a child, whether it be given to you or you just literally like your mind placing it into something, like you're creating it. I'm displaying it. I'm getting crafty with it. I like to show my full creativity so it allows for even more potential to arise in somebody, a bigger story to tell. So, yeah, some of my art kind of makes me feel like an angel over there. I don't know. And then I haven't done anything to this one yet. I think I'm gonna add some like purple to it and pink. I don't know. So there you go. I pulse in order to create a life force with purpose, rhythm serving expression, realizing the mind, awareness waking itself, thought becoming clear without effort. I seal the exit of vision, focus, containment, no leaking of attention, sight turned inward and made whole. With the solar tone of intention, will aligned with clarity, daylight consciousness, conscious choice, not impulse. I'm guided by the power of magic. Trust in the unseen order, synchronicity, and creative intelligence beyond control. Art coincides with the earliest stages of intelligence and represents the highest dimensions of consciousness to which a human being can aspire. What is hidden or unmanifest exists in a world beyond human perceptions, which we know as the imaginal world. I can create, see, and realize my awakening. Through the heart, magical doors open for my realization.